What are the most famous rook sacrifices in chess? Imagine a move so bold it changes the course of a game in an instant. Rook sacrifices are some of the most exciting and memorable moments in chess history. They involve deliberately giving up a rook, which is one of the most powerful pieces because it moves along ranks and files, to create a winning attack or break through defenses. These sacrifices are not random. They are carefully planned and often lead to stunning checkmates or decisive positional advantages. One of the most famous rook sacrifices is from the game called the Immortal Game, played in 1851 between Adolf Anderssen and Lionel Newell. In this game, Anderssen sacrifices a rook to open lines for his queen and bishop. This sacrifice sets up a beautiful mating net that ends with a checkmate, showing how sacrificing a rook can lead to a spectacular attack. Then there is the evergreen game from 1852, where Anderssen again sacrifices a rook to break open his opponent's defenses. This move helps him deliver a forced checkmate, demonstrating how a rook sacrifice can be part of a well-coordinated attack involving multiple pieces. Paul Newell game in 1858, known as the Opera Game, features a rook sacrifice that speeds up development and exposes the enemy king. Morphy gives up a rook to gain a quick attack, showing that sometimes sacrificing material can be justified by rapid piece activity and king safety. Moving into the modern era, Boris Spassky's game against David Bronstein in 1960 includes a subtle rook sacrifice with check. Spassky sacrifices a rook to gain a tempo and improve his position, which pays off in the long run by increasing his control and pressure on his opponent's king. Garry Kasparov's game against Veselin Topalov in 1999 is another example of a rook sacrifice that stunned the chess world. Kasparov sacrifices his rook in a complex attack that dismantles Topalov's defenses and leads to a winning position. This move highlights how, even at the highest levels, rook sacrifices can be part of deep attacking plans. Sometimes players sacrifice a rook for a minor piece like a bishop or knight. These are called exchange sacrifices and are often used to weaken the opponent's pawn structure or open lines for an attack. They are common in positional play and can be just as powerful as direct sacrifices for checkmate. From a fundamentals point of view, sacrificing a rook is a big decision because the rook is a major piece with long-range power. It requires careful calculation to ensure the sacrifice leads to a better position or a checkmate. The key is to assess if the opponent's king is vulnerable, if your remaining pieces are active, and if you can gain material back or deliver checkmate soon. Famous rook sacrifices teach us about timing and initiative. They show that sometimes giving up a major piece can lead to a winning attack or a significant positional advantage. They reminded us that the power of the rook along the ranks and files can be used to create unstoppable threats when the moment is right.